My father was blacklisted from teaching because of his efforts to get equal pay for colored teachers in our South Carolina hometown. I was just 9 months old, but my mother needed to return to teaching. Reluctantly, she accepted her older sister Susie's offer to care for me in Philadelphia until I could go to school. Aunt Susie was married with a successful home laundry business, but childless once again after the recent death of her 4-year-old adopted daughter. As I grew older, Aunt Susie relished my lively nature, talkativeness, and interest in everything and everyone on Smedley Street. My first memory is of the workroom in the basement of Aunt Susie's row house. I'm about 4 years old, standing at one end of a long wooden table, dressing and undressing paper dolls. She's at the other end, stacking freshly ironed sheets and pillowcases into bundles, securing them with brown paper, and sealing the bundles with craft tape that she moistens across a shiny metal dispenser. She's singing "God Bless the Child Who Has His Own." Aunt Susie's skin is smooth and dark brown. She says it got that way from drinking her coffee strong and black, just like she is. She lets me drink coffee, but always puts plenty of milk in mine to keep me from getting dark like her, she says. She laughs when I tell her that I want it black so I can be just like her when I grow up. You sure won't have to do the work I do, she tells me. You're going to college. During the summer, men with big box cameras hooked on long legs often come to Smedley Street to take children's pictures. Aunt Susie says it's because they know the colored and white homeowners on our block have enough money to pay for pictures of their children. Aunt Susie always buys the pictures they take of me. The summer I'm 5 and a half, my mama sends for me to return home to South Carolina. I don't want to go, I tell Aunt Susie. I don't want you to go either, she says, but your mama wants all her children home with her. You're hers, not mine. Memories of my life with Aunt Susie sustained me long after we parted. From afar, Aunt Susie became my single-parent family's guardian angel. When one of us was sick, she wired money for the doctor and medicine. Sometimes the money orders she tucked in her letters paid the light bill or the rent. If my sisters or I needed something extra for school or after-school programs, all we had to do was write to Aunt Susie. Soon a box or letter would arrive bearing the requested item or money for it. My mother died during my senior year of high school. Days before graduation, I received a letter from Aunt Susie. In it were a train ticket, a $20 bill, and a brochure for a girls' camp in Vermont where she'd gotten her friend to give me a summer job as her kitchen helper. Aunt Susie beamed at my college graduation. "See, you made it, just like I told you," she said, grinning proudly. Years later, when I self-published a book of poetry, Aunt Susie requested 24 copies and sold them to her neighbors and my old friends on Smedley Street. Her check for $196 came along with a note that read, "I'm so proud of you. Can't wait until your next book comes out. One day you'll be famous." "I can't ever be famous," I wrote back. "Stories about famous people always include pictures from their childhood. I don't have any." The next time I visited Aunt Susie, she handed me a box full of photos taken during the 5 years I lived with her. "Now," she said, "you don't have any reason not to be famous."